Hello everybody, my name is Clantis and welcome to the Real Clantis Tutorials. This is Vlogtober 2022, day 26. Oh my goodness, day 26. We are getting closer and closer to the end of Vlogtober. I think I'm gonna miss it because of the lessons that I've learned thus far. Okay guys, there's no load shedding. It's just me who was lazy to set up a ring light. I'm in my kitchen, and the reason why I'm in my kitchen is because I want to show you my escalation of weight loss from exercising. I'm still doing the exercises, by the way, but now I decided that I want to get myself a little bit more in a challenging situation. So I was just looking around. What is the best method to burn fat, especially belly fat, in a nick of time? Like, seriously, in a very short space of time. So I was just busy Googling and watching YouTube videos, and I came across this one. And I think Mislali and Damase came across this particular information, and she decided to go with it. And she got what she got as a result. So this is going vegan for a month. Usually, while the video speaks about going vegan for 3 months. So because we are going to December, there is no way that in South Africa in December you'll be on a diet. Come on, be realistic here. All the weight that we are losing currently, chances are we're going to regain everything in December, because we all know that in South Africa, there's no such a thing as December. It's a vibe, it's an event, and it's all about eating and eating and more eating and more eating. And if you dare use the word, I'm dieting, in front of your friends and family members, they will look at you like, what? Child, no, here's some meat. Oh, there is biscuits. Oh, here's this. So I know that in this December, I'm going to be very watchful of my weight, and I'm intentional about that, because I don't want to come back in January and start all over what I've already started and lost. And very good, and so far very good the results that I'm getting. And so I do not want to jeopardize all that work that I've done thus far. I can hear and I can feel with how I'm breathing that things have changed. I feel it in my voice. I feel it in everything. That I'm so sorry guys that I didn't put on that ring lights. This is not professional at all. Okay, let me just stand here. So yeah, I do not want to start all over again. So I'm going to try out this vegan diet. So basically what it involves is eating fruit and raw vegetables. Now, if you know me, there are some certain fruits that I don't like banana. I don't like bananas, but I have to eat bananas. But I think I'm going to turn them into a shake rather than eat them raw like that. Cause no way. Oh no. But I'm supposed to eat bananas, pineapple. I also don't like pineapple, but I have to eat it. I don't like watermelon, but I have to eat it. I don't like, what other fruit that I don't like? Pawpaw I don't like, and I'm supposed to have it as well. So I can tolerate apples, except for green apples. I can tolerate, my favorite fruit is a pear. I love pears. The harder the better. Apples are like red apples, and they must be crunchy, not the ones that have been in the refrigerator and changed their cause or quality. So no berries, apparently. Don't eat berries during this time, but I see some people eating berries. Apparently berries are not good when you are doing this type of diet. And also with vegetables as well, I'm not supposed to eat carrot. Carrot is not good when I am doing this type of diet. There's some other vegetables as well that I learned that I shouldn't eat. Most of the vegetables that I'm supposed to be eating must be greens. Most of them, like spinach, whatever greens are out there. I'm still going to learn them because I'm not that much of a vegetable type of guy, and I'm not a fruit type of guy. And of course, this is also going to involve drinking a lot of water. Apparently, I need to start with at least 1 liter a day. Which is something that I've now accustomed to as I've started the journey of exercising and things like that. So that has been my day, but let me show you how I started my day today. So today I did start with vegetables, with fruit, and I see it kind of works here and there. The one that was very difficult for me to swallow was a banana, but let me show you what I got and what I'm going to be having for my dinner tonight. And then after showing you this, I'm going to also give you a YouTube update. Just now, about less than an hour ago, YouTube dropped a massive update regarding popular music. You guys have heard me talk about this about 3 months ago, that as content creators, we will now be able to use popular music. This is copyrighted music. If you had to include them as a background music in your video right now, you will get flagged either for copyright or copyright claim or copyright strike, which is going to put your channel in jeopardy. This time around, no. But then you're gonna hear, please, I beg, listen attentively with comprehension, because somewhere it gets a little tricky for us, and you will have to make a decision every time you are about to use popular music as a background music on your videos. So this is very exciting for many content creators around the world. I'm one of the people that is very excited about this, because somehow we no longer have to worry whether this music is going to get us into trouble with YouTube copyright policy. So I will talk about that. Probably it's what's going to take the majority of this video's time, because I did not have the time to sit down, script the entire update, memorize the script, and then tell you a video. I'm just going to read out of my script and then explain each point. What do they mean by this, so that we do not find ourselves in trouble, even though we are now allowed, because we could get into trouble by using popular music, but we'll understand under what circumstances that will be. Okay, so let me show you what my dinner is tonight and how I'm going to struggle with eating one particular fruit in this cocktail. So here we go. So sometimes, because I am cheap, I do buy from the street. I like to support, let me just put it that way. So this is what I bought. So this is what I bought, and then I ate a similar thing this morning. Oh my God, this is my biggest struggle, people. And then even in the morning, I almost threw up. Look at how many there are. My goodness. I cannot for the life of me eat these things, but I'm forced to, guys. And then this is my favorite fruit. It's a pear. And then I got some peaches. It's the time of the year where now we are getting peaches, or peach, whichever way you call it. So I bought a lot of pears, you guys, because they're my favorite. I love pears. I only got one apple. This is the only apple I saw that was attractive amongst the ones that I saw more peaches. So basically, this is what I'm going to be having for dinner. Of course, I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to have I'm going to have one pear, one apple, one banana, and one peach. And this one is going to be my breakfast. Of course, removing one. Okay? So this is going to be my breakfast, and this is going to be my supper tonight. All right. Supper tonight, breakfast in the morning tomorrow. That, I don't know what is that going to be, but the pear, definitely. let's just put you right here in the middle as a snack. Nah. So this is what I have started, guys. Apparently, if you want to burn belly fat ASAP, you got to do this. Veganism is the way to go, because what I'm going to be embarking upon is veganism, eating raw vegetables and fruit. Now, tomorrow I'm going to buy myself a blender, because this, no. Even right now, the thought of it makes me want to gag. If you are like me, who doesn't like banana, and you have a trick, please give it to me. I need it. So yeah, guys, as you saw my dinner tonight, I'm just a little bit traumatized by the banana, and I have to eat it though. It's part of the diet. Apparently it's good for your bowel movement. Without the banana, for the bowel movement, it's going to be a little bit tough. Instead of me having a regular visit to the little man's room, I'm going to actually be filled with the air in my stomach. So a banana helps with creating that thing, mucus, which sometimes you see it visible in the banana. I don't know, maybe it's just me who sees it. Some people don't, but I do. It's just going, cis man people, no. Anyways, let me not disgust you. Let's move on to this update, because I think we're going to spend a little bit time on that one, explaining each and every point that this update came with. All right, let's get to that. Okay, so I finally just set up the ring light, because there was no way I was going to do this in darkness. So basically, I have here my notebook with all the notes that I've written down about these new YouTube updates, because there are updates. In fact, on Monday they dropped an update. Today they dropped an update. I feel like this one is very important versus the one on Monday, because the Monday one is more about the cosmetics of your YouTube channel, how the subscribe button is going to change from red to something else. They're also talking about other features that you will see in your YouTube studio that would have changed. So I don't feel like it's something that needs like a serious update on, but it's something to talk about in case you see a difference and you're like, what's going on with my channel? Yeah, maybe that would be a video I would have to make at some point. But this one is important because there are mistakes that might happen, and I do not want you to come back and say, but Clantis, you lied to me. The moment you say that to me, I'm going to refer you to this very video, so in my defense, so that you do not come calling me a liar, because there are tricks or tricky things about these updates that you need to pay attention to. So what is it? So basically the update is called Creator Music. This is something that YouTube did allude to about 3 months ago, and I made a video, a very short video, telling you guys that now we'll be able to use copyrighted music without getting demonetized if you are monetized, or getting a copyright claim or a copyright strike. However, this can still happen under this because, like I said, there are some complications that you need to understand. Please do forgive me for reading from my script, but because like I said, I don't have time. I just walked in and I saw the update and I just jotted what I think is important for you to understand. So basically, these are the notes. Creator Music is finally here. I spoke about it, like I said, 3 months ago. We were all excited about it. Finally, now it's here. So YouTube has dropped an update this evening in our time. It was around, what time is it now? 7:10. So it was around 7:45, 6, somewhere there. I can't remember. So yeah, they dropped that, and this is what they said, how we can use copyright music and still able to be monetized. If you are monetized, if you are still building up to your 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million short public views and 1,000 subscribers, then this still applies to YouTube. So this is how it works, or this is how it is going to work with the creator music, and that's what they are calling it. That's how I wrote it. You can use popular music even if it's copyrighted, and you won't lose monetization for the video you are going to be using that popular music as a background for. However, creators in the YPP, that is YouTube Partner Program, can use music in their content all within YouTube Studio. So this creator music, you will find it in your YouTube Studio. To access creator music, you will find it on your YouTube Studio under creator music. So I did check under my YouTube Studio, still it's not there, and there's a reason why. I also made a note of that. I went to my YouTube Studio and it's still not there yet. That's because YouTube is going to roll out this in the coming weeks to specific countries. So there's a chance that South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya might not be rolled out this yet. But also we could be the fortunate ones in Africa to be the first African countries to be rolled out the creator music feature in our YouTube Studio. So you can go ahead and check, because they are rolling it out. And if they're rolling it out, some of us will have it, some of us may not have it. So do check tonight if you don't have it in your YouTube Studio. If you have it, please comment down below and let me know if you already have it. If you don't have it, I doubt we will all have it this week. But maybe from next week, let's check. Maybe that's when we'll start seeing creator music. And when we see it, that means we are now allowed to use the catalog of music or tracks in the creator music without you suffering the consequences. However, there are consequences to be paid if you do not listen to this video attentively. Let's continue reading my notes. But it's also possible that we might be the fortunate. Okay, I just said that. So if you don't find the specific song from a specific artist in the creator music, then you can use the search bar on your homepage. So let's say you are looking for Beyonce's I don't know, whatever track that you love from her, but you do not see it in the creator music. So basically you can go to your homepage, under the search bar, type Beyonce and the name of the song, and when it pops, then you can utilize it. You are not going to suffer a consequence of copyright, of being copyrighted. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so pay attention so you do not come back and say I lied, because I will use this video to defend myself. Oh, I'm so sorry, the page turning. So in the creator music, you are going to see different icons which will represent the different usage terms. So there are terms and conditions for all others. It's not going to be as smooth and as easy as you think it's going to be. So these terms are about the songs or song that are within the creator music. So please do listen. Here you will be able to see whether you can buy a license upfront, meaning you won't share the revenue with the artist, meaning that if you purchase, because now some of the songs will not just be given to you, like the artist will be like, oh yeah, I have my music played in your background, you and I will just share the ad revenue at the end. No, some will want you to purchase the music license, meaning that the right of the song, you'll have to purchase it so that you and the artist do not share the ad revenue. So let's say you use Beyonce's song and that song is the one that got you 1 billion views, and paid you $5 million in ad revenue, that $5 million comes to you and you only, simply because you purchased the license to that song that got you billions of views and millions of dollars in ad revenue. Do we understand each other? License, some of the songs you will have to purchase the license for it, the right to use the song, and you will not suffer the consequence of being copyrighted or having your video demonetized or you sharing revenue with the artist or the rights holders. Or you can choose to use the song for free, or you can choose to use the song for free, but there's a but there. But share the ad revenue with the artist or rights holder. Do you understand? So some of the music, you are going to be able to use them for free without suffering any consequences of getting copyrighted, but you will have to share the ad revenue or revenue that you are going to derive from the video you use the artist's music for or with. Okay, so that's almost like being that's almost like a copyright claim. So the artist is already copyright claiming you, saying that if you're going to use my song, I will let you use my song, and I'm not going to have your video taken down or claim anything, but I am going to claim you and I are going to share the ad revenue from that video. All right. If you can click on a song with no licensing availability, YouTube will tell you that there is no available licensing or revenue sharing on that song. Instead, you will be shown visibility or monetization restrictions on the video when you use it. So basically, some of the songs you may not see anything, like nothing is visible about whether you are allowed to use the song or not allowed to use the song. But the thing is, if you click the I or the information or the price part of the video, it will give you more information about that particular song. There may be restrictions. So let's say you clicked on a song and then it says nothing, no information about the song, and then you choose the song and then you upload the video and then boom, you see restrictions like ad restrictions and things like that, or even having your video blocked or even removed from your channel. So those are the things that get a little bit trickier. And if you don't, for me, I would say if you like a song and you don't see any information about it, just pass. Continue, find a different song, and that way you won't find yourself being flagged. Okay. Let's talk about purchasing a license for the song you're interested in to use for your video or videos. So when you purchase a license, you will have the right to use that song in your video without negatively impacting your video's monetization. So if you purchase the license, you can use the song to your heart's content. You will not get demonetized or have any monetization problems with it, because you would have paid for the license to use that song. Okay, this is because the copyright owner, music partners like labels and publishers set a specific price or pricing for the tracks that they offer for licensing. So this is where artists and the partners and publishers and whoever would have sat down with YouTube and set prices that, okay, our license for this particular song is X amount of money for all content creators across the board. Okay. However, the price of a license, it can be subject to change at the discretion of the rights holder. That's another thing that gets a little bit annoying, that an artist can decide at any given time that I'm changing the terms of my license of my songs. For example, a YouTuber used a maybe let's say it's a new artist, for example, and then the artist's song became very, very popular, and the YouTuber made millions of dollars out of that song being playing in the background of their video, and then the artist might feel somewhat and say, no, I'm changing the entire thing I have with YouTube regarding the license of my songs. So they have the right to change at any given time. However, pricing changes, it will not affect your past license purchases and usage. So let's say you use that popular song and it made you 1 billion views, and then the artist is like, wow, this guy is earning millions more than I am making. Let me change the pricing of my license. So now that song that you already purchased and used is not affected. But if you use more of his song or her songs, then you will be subject to the changes of the song that you are going to be purchasing, and then you will pay a different price. Okay? Or they might say, okay, I'm no longer selling the license. I want to share the ad revenue with the YouTuber. Okay, be aware that some tracks have got a set price for all creators. Some are free, and others may have pricing based on a channel size. I don't quite understand that one, because let's say I am 1,000 subscribers, but I created a video with a popular song, and then I got 1 billion views for it and got paid 10 million rand or $10 million for it. What if then out of that 1 billion views, I managed to get 100 million subscribers? What happens there? Does that mean once I get to 100 million, also the pricing increases? I don't get that. I think they need to explain it, or it's just me and my comprehension. I'm not quite sure. Please comment down below and explain to me what they mean by that. Furthermore, make sure that you click the make sure that you click the price on the what do you call this? Yeah, you click the price along the video, so you are able to view the license details like pricing information, supported regions. Again, this is not going to be rolled out to all countries in the world. There are some part of the world where they will not enjoy the same privilege as some countries would. Okay, so expiration information and monetization policy. So all of that is very important for you before you purchase a song license, that you click on and get the information about everything regarding that particular song. Don't just purchase a song and think, oh, now I'm cool, everything is going to be all right, when everything is not going to be all right for you. Okay, very important that you understand this. Okay, I made sure that I wrote that in bold letters. Other songs in creator music are available for creator revenue sharing. So where a song does not have the option of purchasing the license, that means you can use the song for free. However, you and the artist and the rights holders, you are going to share the revenue of the video you used the music on. Okay, this means that you will split a portion of the video's ad revenue with the song's right holder, as I just said. However, for some tracks, the option to share revenue may depend on how much of a song you used. So let's say you liked a certain song. I'm gonna keep using Beyonce because she's the most popular musician and the one that everybody loves to use her music as background, and they get flagged, many, especially new YouTubers. So that means, let's say you used 7 seconds of her song or 20 seconds of her song, then that portion that you used, you are going to share with Beyonce. Okay, so click all information under revenue share icon. You're going to see a revenue share icon under the creator music feature. Okay, I'll be back. And finally, you may see that some songs are not eligible for upfront licensing or creator sharing. For these tracks, you will see an icon that indicates whether using the song will result in the loss of monetization on your video, or your video will be blocked in one or more countries. So that means that some songs you will be able to use them for free without the artist wanting you to share ad revenue with or things of that nature. However, in some countries you may not be able, of course you wouldn't know that this particular country will not allow your video to have this song on, but don't be surprised when you see that some parts, or wait, what am I trying to say? So don't be surprised, the English data is kind of like trying to slip. So that means that in some countries, like they say one or more, your video might get blocked because you used that song. I think it's politics anyway, so they might block that song or remove your what do they say? They just block it. They will just block basically your video from showing in that country because of that particular song you used on your video. Okay, YouTube will be adding more and more tracks onto the creator music, and it is wise for you to keep checking until your favorite artist or song or songs have been loaded on the music creator, because they are sampling it to some country. I think in some countries still beta, like the United States, I think in India and Canada or wherever. Now they are beginning to roll this out in the next coming weeks, as they say. So please be aware, music licenses are only unique to your channel, so you cannot transfer them to anyone else. So if you are going to purchase a music license, so if you're going to purchase a music license, or you are going to use a particular music which you are going to share with the artists or rights holders, you cannot share that music because it is unique to your channel only. So if you share that with someone else, I'm not quite sure what the consequences are. Chances are you will get demonetized, or that other person will get flagged for copyright. So I don't know. They didn't say anything about that. And then my extra notes, that's something that I'm reminding you. As for shorts, it does not matter whether we, on our shorts, we use copyrighted music or not. We are still going to take home 45% of the ad revenue from our shorts. So in other words, what YouTube is trying to say is use copyright music on your shorts, because whether you do or don't, you are still going to get you're still going to get 45% of the revenue, I suppose. So there we go. So I hope this update excites you as much as it excited millions of other content creators around the world. So guys, basically that is the update, and those are the notes that I wrote down quickly for you, so that you can comprehend what is up and what you ought to do as a content creator, so that you don't find yourself in trouble with this music. And I think these licenses will not cost any more than $20. I know it's a lot of money for us here in South Africa, and in Africa for that matter, to purchase a music license, because sometimes you'll find that on our videos, we're not just using one song, we are using multiple songs. So I'm sure that some licenses will be like $3, $9, $10, $14, $15. So I'm just thinking that it will be around that vicinity. So if you have that kind of money to purchase a copyrighted music, then go ahead, do it. But also be prepared to share the ad revenue if you are not going to purchase the license with the artists and or the rights holders. Okay, so basically that is that, and thank you all so much for watching Vlogtober 2022 day 26. And I'm so excited that this is finally here, and finally we'll be able to use copyrighted music without any consequences, provided that we followed all the rules, terms and conditions that I have spoken about in this video. So let me see you again in my next video, day 27. Mwah. Ciao.